The question says a plank of length 2 meter rests on a calm water close to frictionless platform A, that is at a distance 70 meter from another platform B. The block of mass 25 kg sliding on the platform lands on the plank and stays on it. Force of water resistance on the plank is given by F equal to minus kV. Calculate the minimum speed so that the plank reaches the platform B. Okay, so this distance is 15 meter, right?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, is any question done previously?
No, this is the first question.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, I have a doubt in that center of mass of a half cone.
Okay. We'll talk about that. No problem. Let us first solve it. That a block of mass 25 kg sliding on the platform. Suppose the initial velocity of the block was u. So when it comes to the platform, suppose the mass of the platform is m. So when it comes on the platform, it becomes at rest with respect to the platform. Now, if it becomes at rest, if it comes at rest with respect to the platform, then the whole system must be moving with some velocity v,
Yes,
because momentum should be conserved. On the system, there is no horizontal force. So, can I write down this 25u is equal to m plus m into v? So, the v is equal to 25u by m plus m. Yes or no? Now, water has a resistance minus kV. So, can I say that the force on that system is friction force, which is minus k into v? That force is equal to mass into acceleration into dv by dt. Or we can write minus k into v is equal to m plus m into v dv by ds. V gets cancelled out. So it is minus k into ds equal to m plus m into dv. So for the minimum velocity, when the system reaches here, we can assume their velocity to be 0. And when s equal to 0, their velocity was this one. Let us assume it to be v naught, right? We can assume this to be v naught. So I can say that this will give us minus k into 15 is equal to m plus m into 0 minus v naught is minus v naught. Now m plus m v naught is 25u, right? So 25u minus will get cancelled out, is 15 into 15. So the value of u should be 9 meter per second. Next question says a barge stays motionless on a lake. An electric motor fixed on the deck can pull a block with the help of a light inextensible string as shown in the figure. Coefficient of friction between the block and the deck is 0.2, and water offers no resistance to motion of the barge. Mass of the barge including the motor is 200 kg and mass of the block is 50 kg.
sir.
हाँ बोलो.
Sir, is it minus 10i and the VT graph will be a straight line with slope plus 1 by 4?
No. देखो, if the motor is switched off after 4 seconds, determine the displacement of the block on the deck and draw the velocity time graph. So for example, if I only talk about the free body diagram of the block, can you tell me what are the forces acting on the block?
The distance of the block was 1 meter per second.
Yes. From t equal to 0 to 4 second, from t equal to 0 to 4 second, the forces acting on the block are like this: 150 Newton in here, this direction, and friction force is mu mg. Mu mg. 100 Newton friction force is in opposite direction. So if I assume this direction acceleration of the block, what is the acceleration of the block? Is it minus 1 meter per second square? Yes or no? 40 greater than or equal to 4. What is the acceleration of the this block? 150 Newton will now not act on the block. Only friction force will act. So can I say now the acceleration of the block will be 2 meter per second square? Are these two conditions understood? Now, for the barge, can I say that the system of the barge and the block, there is no net horizontal force on it? For the system of barge and the block, there is no net horizontal force. So can I say that if the acceleration of the barge is AB, so 200 acceleration of the barge plus 50 into acceleration of the block will be equal to 0? Yes or no? So what is acceleration of the barge? Minus 1 by 4 into acceleration of the block. So from 0 to 4, the acceleration is 1 by 4, and from 4 onward, the acceleration will be minus half. Now, if I want to plot the VT graph for this barge, you can see that from t equal to 0 to 4 second, the acceleration will be, from t equal to 0 to 4 second, the acceleration will be 1 by 4 of fourth of that. So plus 1 by 4. Right? Acceleration is equal to 1 by 4. Positive slope. Right? From t equal to 0 to 4 second. And from t equal to 4 second onward, the acceleration is negative because it will be minus of half. This acceleration will be minus half. Right? What is that maximum value of that velocity? This Vmax can be found by, of the barge the initial velocity was 0 and this acceleration is 1 by 4. So V equal to U plus AT, you will find it is 1 meter per second square. Vmax is 1 meter per second square. So if this is 1 and this is half, this time must be 2 seconds. So this is 6 seconds. That should be VT graph. Have you plotted VT graph like this? Yes or no? Can you understand how I have drawn the VT graph? So if this is VT graph, what is the displacement? Can I plot the displacement? Can I find the displacement of the barge? Displacement of the barge is area under graph. It is half into 6 into 1. So 3 meter. And can I say that mass of the barge into displacement of the barge plus mass of the boat into of the block and displacement of the block, it is equal to 0? So if I know this one, then I can say displacement of the boat, displacement of the block is 4 into 3 minus 12 meter. So what is displacement of the block with respect to the barge? What should be the answer then?
So how did you calculate the displacement of the barge?
Which one?
The displacement of the barge.
Area under this graph? Yes or no? So what is displacement of the block with respect to barge? Can I find it?
Minus 15.
Yes. That should be the answer. Minus 15 meters should be the answer. Boat minus barge. Boat is minus 12, minus barge is minus 3. So that is minus 15 meters.
Means 15 meter to the left.
Yes. Means in this direction. So these are the two answers of this question. So next question. It says a small block of mass m is released from the top of a smooth wedge of mass capital M kept on a smooth horizontal flow. As shown in figure, find the velocity of the block and wedge just before the block hits the ground. Also a very common question. We have
So here it is height missing of the wedge.
of the way height of the wedge is h. Yes, you can assume it to be h. Height of the wedge is h. That should be mentioned in your question. So in this question, have you tried it solving?
So is the answer very big?
Yes, that's the
Answer is
wrong
coming
answer.
big.
So 2 square g, something like that.
Yes, the answer may be big. So let us calculate it. Suppose when that block comes at this position, when the block comes at this position, the wedge moves in this direction with a velocity v. What can I say about the velocity, about the direction of velocity of the block at this instant? Can you tell me?
The downward motion with respect to the wedge. Along the
Downward?
wedge.
With respect to the wedge, it is moving in this direction. That only I can say, yes or no. You relative. With respect to ground, can I say its direction of motion? No. Because with respect to wedge, it is constant to move in this direction. And with respect to ground, what is the velocity of this block? Can I say with respect to ground, it has these two components? Try to understand the situation. Why I will always find with respect to ground? Because remember that whenever I have to write momentum conservation principle, with which reference frame I will write that?
So inertial reference.
Yes, ground frame or inertial frame. So that is why I need to calculate the velocities with respect to ground first. So I can assume this velocity with respect to it, then I have found the velocity with respect to ground. So in this way, if I assume this angle to be theta, this is given theta, this angle is also theta. So can I find what is the conservation of linear momentum equation? Can you tell me what equation I will write? Conservation of linear momentum. small m into
VR cos theta minus V equals to MV.
yes. Can I make it 0? Because the initial momentum was 0. Finally, along x-axis the velocity is ur cos theta minus v, and this is minus v. So from there I can find what is the value of v or ur. Ur is equal to m plus mv divided by m cos theta. Have we got it? Now I will write down the energy conservation principle. Conservation of energy. So what I will say that half m, what is the velocity of this small m, can you tell me? What is the velocity of this small m at this instant?
UR minus V.
No, it is a vector addition of these two. So it is ur square plus v square minus twice ur into v cos theta, isn't it? Right? Whenever you have to find the kinetic energy, you have to take the total velocity or speed, not any component of velocity, total velocity.
Whole square won't be there.
Yes?
The whole square. This
Whole
won't
square,
be there.
yes. Already it's a square root. So I can say plus half capital M V square. Kinetic energy. Can I say that is equal to mgh, the initial total energy? Yes or no? From these two expressions, I can calculate what is the value of u and v, because theta is known and I can find ur in terms of v. Right? From there onwards, it's only a mathematical calculation. Suppose I will multiply it with 2. So m into ur square is v square m plus m square divided by m square cos square theta plus m into v square minus 2m into ur v cos theta. So it is m plus m into v square by m. Right? And plus mv square is equal to mgh. You can see only v is left. We can find the value of v from here. V square, if I take common, capital M plus small m plus what it will be, m plus m v square I take common, m will get cancelled out, m plus m into m plus m into m plus m by m cos square theta minus m plus m, okay, will get cancelled out here, minus 2. Is the thing that I am getting correct? Yes. So I can again take m plus m common from here. V square into m plus m. 1 minus 2 plus m plus m by m cos square theta. Right? M plus m by m cos square theta. Only a calculation now. They will give some value of m and theta so that we can do it easily. So it is v square equal to v square into m plus m. It is minus 1. So it is m plus m minus m cos square theta is m plus m sin square theta divided by m cos square theta. It is equal to mgh. So I can find the value of v, which is finally m square gh cos square theta divided by m plus m into m plus m sin square theta. Have you got that as your answer? 2 mgh. Sorry.
Can you explain the division of the velocity of m in these two components?
This relative velocity I have assumed in this direction. Not assumed, it should be in this direction. If I ask you with respect to the wedge, means if the wedge is at rest, in which direction the block can move only? It is that this direction that I have shown here? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But with respect to ground, I have just added this component also, because velocity of small m with respect to ground is nothing but velocity of small m with respect to capital M plus velocity of capital M. Yes or no?
Okay. Yes.
So then I have taken the total velocity as a vector addition of these two. That vector rule we all know. A square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Right? The angle between the vector is 180 minus theta here. This angle is 180 minus theta.
Sir, if we had assumed the velocity of the wedge in the opposite direction, then sir?
If you assume this in opposite direction, then always you will get a negative sign here.
Yes,
It will
sir.
be plus.
Sir,
It will be negative.
u cos theta plus v it will be.
Yes. Then it will be plus. So I think the answer will be negative only.
Okay.
Sir, please wait once.
Yes. A small block of mass m is released from the top of a smooth wedge of mass capital M that has a semicircular smooth track of radius r escaped on a smooth horizontal floor. Find the velocities of the block and wedge when the block comes at horizontal position. Normal reaction at that instant, and if there is a vertical wall at left at the time of release, find the maximum velocity of the wedge in this process. Have I given this as your homework? এটা দিয়েছিলাম বাড়িতে?
Yes, sir. And the schedule.
So have you tried to solve it?
So for the first part, is it v equal to root under 2 m square gr by m capital M plus capital M square?
Okay, let us find it. When this block comes here, let us assume the velocity of this block is u and velocity of this wedge is v. Can I assume it? What is the equation of conservation of energy? Can you tell me what is conservation of energy equation? I will write.
Sir, half capital M v square plus half small m u minus v whole square equal to mgr.
This u I have not taken relative. I have taken with respect to ground only.
So then it will be
half m u square.
then u only.
Is equal to mgr. Can I write it? Look, why I have taken it from ground, because it is well understood that at this bottommost point the velocity of this block will be only along forward direction, in horizontal direction. Yes or no? When we take relative velocity, when we do not understand that what is the actual direction of its motion, But when it comes to the lowest position, it is very obvious that it will move in the horizontal direction only.
So up to the lowest position also means not only at.
Up to the lowest position,
So we can tell that it will move forward.
forward means it will only move horizontal, or it will not move in vertical direction?
It will
Down as well as forward.
Yes, it will move also in vertical direction, but at the lowest position it will only move in horizontal direction.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is the energy equation. One more equation is needed. That will come from conservation of linear momentum. What equation I will write?
mv equal to mr. mu.
Mu minus mv equal to 0. So from there I can find that u is equal to m by mv. I can replace u and I can find v from these two equations. Yes or no? What are the values of u and v? mv square plus small m into u square.
স্যার
বলো।
স্যার বলছি যে ইউআর বি এর ডাইরেকশনটা তো অপোজিট, তাহলে কনজারভেশন অফ এনার্জিতে অপোজিট হবে না, মানে মাইনাস হবে না?
কনজারভেশন অফ এনার্জি, কাইনেটিক এনার্জি আবার প্লাস মাইনাস হয় নাকি?
Kinetic energy is always positive.
Kinetic energy is always positive, even if it is moving in this direction, energy is always positive.
Potential energy can be negative.
Potential energy, yes, change in potential energy can be negative. So if I take common mv square, it will be 1 plus m by m is equal to 2 mgr. So I can find the value of v. 2 m square gr divided by m into m plus m, right? M by m root over of 2m gr by m plus m. If this is v, what is u? U is capital M by small m into v. So u is equal to only this part, root over of twice mgr by m plus m. Yes or no? Check if I have written them right, the equations and the solutions. So this is the first question. Have you done the second part? Second question says, find the normal reaction of the block at this instant.
So for the second part, I am getting mg into 1 plus 2 capital M by m plus m.
Okay, let's check. When it will come to the lowest position, with respect to the wedge, can I draw the free body diagram of the block? Can you tell me what are the forces on the block with respect to the wedge? Why I am taking with respect to wedge? What's the problem if I take with respect to ground? Can anyone answer this question? Why I am taking with respect to wedge? Why not ground?
Because the wedge is also moving and the block is also moving. They both have different velocities, so there would be different acceleration. So it will have more complex equation.
Yes, with respect to ground, their accelerations may be complex. But with respect to the wedge, can I say that the block only moves in a circle? With respect to the wedge, if the wedge is fixed, then
Yes.
can I say that the block only moves in a circular path?
Yes.
So that is why I have taken with respect to wedge. But whenever I am talking about with respect to something, I have to first check whether that reference frame has any acceleration or not. What do you think is the acceleration of the wedge at this instant?
0.
0. Why?
So
Because
because normal reaction is acting downwards.
yes, because this is providing a normal reaction which is downward.
No horizontal reaction.
Yes. So if the acceleration is 0, no pseudo force, I can easily draw the free body diagram like this. mg is there, a normal reaction is there, and there will be a centrifugal force. In which direction? Out of the center. What is the centrifugal force? Can we find the centrifugal force? Can you tell me? What is the value of centrifugal force? Do you remember?
V square by R.
M?
V square by R.
Which V I will take? U or V?
mu minus v square by r.
M?
U minus V square by R.
Why U minus V?
Square by R.
Why U minus V?
So with respect to the wedge,
With respect to the wedge, what is the velocity of that block?
U plus V, not
U
minus.
plus V, yes. They are in opposite direction, so their velocities, relative velocities will be added. Yes or no? So it will be m into u plus v whole square divided by r. Right? So that is m by r into u plus v. If you take this common, so it is twice mgr divided by m plus m. 1 plus m by m whole square. That means m plus m whole square by m square. M plus m1 gets cancelled out. M square m square and m will get cancelled out, I think. Right? R will get cancelled out. So what is the normal reaction? It is mg plus f centrifugal. So that is mg into 1 plus 2m by m plus 2. So mg into 3 plus 2 small m by capital M. That should be the answer of the normal reaction force.
Can you explain why the acceleration is 0 of wedge?
Yes?
So why is the acceleration of wedge is 0?
Because the force on it, on the block, on the bigger wedge, who is providing the force? On the bigger wedge, only force is weight normal and the normal reaction by the block. But when the block is at the lowest point, in which direction the block is providing normal reaction? In this direction? Ground is providing normal reaction and the weight. So is there any horizontal force acting on it?
No, sir.
No. So acceleration of the wedge is 0. Is this clear? Question number 2.
So why is the velocity U plus V?
With respect to the wedge is also moving with v, and this is moving with u. So with respect to the wedge, what is the velocity of this? Isn't it u plus v? Yes or no?
So won't it be U minus V? No, U plus V only.
Look, velocity of small m. Whenever you are in confusion, apply vector. Velocity of capital M. Have I written them correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Velocity of small m with respect to capital M I have to find
Vm minus Vn.
small m minus v capital M. So it is u I cap minus of minus v I cap.
Okay, sir. Understood.
Okay.
So please repeat for that acceleration of the wedge to be 0.
Why acceleration of the wedge is 0? Because at that instant when it is at the lowest point, the block is at the lowest point, what force the block is providing on the wedge? It is only downward normal reaction that I have shown here,
Yes, sir.
and the other forces are also vertical, and the wedge cannot move in vertical direction, so the vertical forces are balanced always, and there is no horizontal force. So what will be the acceleration of the wedge? 0. Is this one clear? Now come to the third point. Third question says, if there is a vertical wall at the left of the wedge, if there is a vertical wall at the left of the wedge at the time of release, find the maximum velocity of the wedge. Could you solve it? So there is a wall when this block is released. So till the block comes from here to the lowest point, will the wedge move?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No. The wedge will not move because there is a normal reaction from the vertical wall. The wedge cannot move in this direction. So after the block reaches at the lowest position, what will happen? The block will move with a velocity root over of 2gr, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Because the entire energy now only converted into kinetic energy of the block. Now the block will rise above the surface of the wedge. So when the block will rise above the surface of the wedge, will it be able to rise completely above the surface? Yes or no? Can you tell me?
Yes.
Sir, it
Whether-
should rise.
Yes, sir. Because there is no friction.
Yes, sir.
Is there?
There is no friction?
No, sir, it cannot rise.
Yes?
Where is it mentioned that there is no friction?
Yes, you can take. It should
Move
be.
it.
It
It's
should be.
written.
It should be that there is no friction.
It should rise.
No track.
So if there is no friction, can I say it will rise at the top?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Let us assume that it will not rise at the top. I do not know that at which angle up to which it will rise. Let us assume this angle to be theta. So if it can rise at the top, then what should the value of theta is?
90.
90 degree. Can you tell me when it will rise the maximum height? I'm not talking about any what is the height, but when it will rise the
Not be 90.
maximum height, what is the relative velocity of the block with respect to the wedge?
0.
Zero.
Zero.
Everyone? Yes. The u relative at this instant is 0 when it will rise the maximum height.
Yes, sir.
One second. So if u relative is 0, and the wedge moves.
It should not be pi by 2.
Yes. How you can say that now?
So the relative velocity between the mass and the wedge decreases constantly, so it will not cross that wedge thing.
Let us assume at this maximum height the velocity of the wedge is v. Then with respect to the ground, the velocity of the block is also v. Yes or no? Tell me whether with respect to ground, the velocity of the block at this maximum height is also v.
Yes, sir.
Because u relative is 0, so the resultant of this two is only v. Can I conserve linear momentum and say that m plus mv is equal to m root over of 2gr? So the value of the velocity at this point is m by m plus m root over of 2gr. Yes or
So
no?
how did you conserve the linear momentum in this case?
Conservation of angular linear momentum at this instant, the linear momentum was m into root over of 2gr, and this velocity was 0. So what is the total system linear momentum? Only m into root 2gr. Finally, when it is at the maximum height, both of them are moving with the same velocity. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So I have taken m plus mv. They should be same. Can I say now that by conservation of energy I can write this equation, that half into m plus mv square plus mgr into 1 plus cos theta, mgr into 1 minus cos theta, mgr into 1 minus cos theta is equal to, what is the total energy here? It is the total energy mg into r. Can I write this conservation of energy equation? Just check. Look, if I can write the conservation of energy equation, write this. Assuming this energy to be 0, potential energy. So kinetic energy is half mv square, which is mgr. And here the kinetic energy of the system is half m plus mv square, potential energy is mg r into 1 minus cos theta. Yes or no? If you put theta to be 90 degree, can I find any solution for that? Suppose half m v square I input. Half m plus m into v square is m square by m plus m whole square into 2gr is plus mgr into 1 minus cos theta is equal to mgr. So mgr will get cancelled out. 2 gets cancelled out. mgr will get cancelled out. M plus m1 gets cancelled out. Can I write it is m by m plus m plus 1 minus cos theta is equal to 1. So what is the value of cos theta?
M by m plus m.
Yes.
So is theta 90 degree possible?
No, sir. Then m becomes
No.
0.
Theta is 90 degree means
M becomes
small
0.
m is very less compared to capital M. Very small compared to capital M.
Means the
So it
wedge
is to zero though.
velocity.
Yes, that is why small m, if it is very small compared to capital M, then I can only say that theta will be 90 degree.
So only then the
So by observation only we can tell that theta will not be equal to 90 degree.
Yes. By observation also we can say. Why? Because the kinetic,
then it will remain fixed almost.
yes, it will remain fixed almost. Yes. So it will never reach at the top because the total energy it has, only this particle can reach at the top. If it was at rest, total energy the small block has, with that energy only the small block can reach at the top. But when the small block will reach at the top, few amount of energy is also distributed in the kinetic energy of the wedge. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So definitely the block will never reach the top. Okay, but my question was not that. Also we have calculated the value of cos theta, but the question was that what is the maximum velocity of the wedge in this process? Can you tell me when the velocity will be maximum of the wedge? Before calculating this answer, first tell me why there is a velocity of the wedge. Why the wedge is gaining a velocity? Can
The
you-
small block is exerting the normal force.
Yes, yes.
Unbalanced now.
The small block is always exerting a normal reaction force on the wedge, and that normal reaction has a horizontal component that is increasing the velocity of the wedge. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So from this entire time, the normal reaction was acting in the same direction. The horizontal component was only along positive x-axis. So from here to here, the velocity will only increase of the wedge.
Yes,
Yes or
sir.
no? But is it the maximum velocity here?
No, sir. Some energy dissipated.
Just leaving the block.
Yes. Then when will be the maximum velocity of the wedge?
So will it be at the highest point?
Yes, sir. The mass will be leaving the block. Bigger one.
Is it
Means
possible that the
that
mass
point
will
will
leave
be-
the block? What I have said here now. Till now, what we have studied?
Will not hit the top.
That theta is always less than 90 degree. Theta 90 degree is not possible. So how it can leave the
So is it
wedge?
at the height?
Yes?
So root to here.
No. Look, when it will reach at this top, it is continuously providing normal reaction here. Again, after reaching at the top, it will again come down. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
When it will come down, will the direction of normal reaction forces same or it will be opposite?
Same only.
Same.
The same.
So will the velocity again increase?
The increase.
Increase.
Yes, sir.
So when the maximum velocity you will find?
So that means it will go to the height and come back to
Yes.
the.
When it will again come to that horizontal position, then only you will find its maximum velocity.
So the second time it comes to the horizontal position.
Yes. Good. So in order to find the maximum velocity, we have to assume that now this block has come to this position, but now it is moving in this direction. Because the wedge is now moving in this direction. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
What equation I can write? I can write small capital M V prime minus small m u prime is equal to m root 2 gr. Can I write this equation? For
Yes, sir.
maximum velocity of wedge. Another equation, what can I write? Can you tell me any other equation? This is one equation, conservation of linear momentum. Anything else that we can say? Because two unknowns
Sir,
cannot be solved by one.
Conservation of energy.
Yes. What equation I will write by conservation of energy?
So if we assume that this to be zero potential, then minus mgr equals to,
Minus mg are equal to.
yes sir, when it comes from the top.
What is the initial position of the energy conservation? If I assume this to be zero potential energy, is it the initial situation when it is coming here?
Yes,
So
sir.
the kinetic energy is mgr only. And the final kinetic energy is half m u prime square plus half capital M v prime square.
So, but now it comes from this side.
Yes,
this
but what is the
top
final
position to here.
position? Final position is this one. Does it depend on path? Potential energy? No. From wherever it is coming, I don't have to know that. Only the initial and final. This is the initial position, this is the final position. So potential energies are same. Only the change, only the kinetic energy was this. Now the kinetic energy is this. Can you solve these two equations to find the v prime? From the second equation, I can say mu prime square plus capital M v prime square is 2 mgr. And I can replace u prime from this equation. U prime is, what is u prime? Capital M by small m v prime minus root 2 gr whole square plus m v prime square is equal to twice mgr. So it is m into m square by m square into v prime square plus m into 2gr minus 2m into m by m v prime into root 2gr plus mv prime square is equal to 2mgr. Look, 2mgr will get cancelled out from both the sides. One v prime you can cancel, right? One capital M also you can cancel. So v prime into capital M by small m plus capital M, v prime into capital M, one capital M will get cancelled out. So 1 plus capital M by small m is equal to root over of 2 gr. So v prime is equal to 2m root over of 2 gr divided by m plus m. That is the maximum velocity attained by the wedge. Okay? Alright. Another interesting thing you should note here, that this v maximum is double of that velocity. Can you see? We have done lots of calculation, but in this second line only after a very small calculation we can find v. But v max is just double of that v. Can anyone tell me why? Is there any reason behind that? Look, when the block is moving upward, it is providing the normal reaction. When it is coming downward, it will provide the similar type of normal reaction to the block.
It's a double adder.
Yes. So if in its upward motion, it is providing the same force in the same direction, and downward journey also it is providing the same force in the same direction, then only its momentum will get doubled, right? This part also we will study in next topic, impulse theorem, right? But also from there you can say that if this force has changed its momentum from 0 to v, 0 to mv, then the same force for the same time will again change the momentum from mv to mv, right? So that is why we can directly say from here to here that the final velocity will be just double of that. Okay, we will talk about impulse later. Even if you do not understand, that is why I have done this entire calculation. This calculation should be clear to all of us, right? That why it is maxima at this lowest point and how we can find the velocity at the lowest point.
স্যার
হ্যাঁ বলো।
স্যার ওই পোর্শনটা আরেকবার এক্সপ্লেন করে দিন না, কেন ওটা মানে নিচেই কেন ম্যাক্সিমাম হবে?
যদি একটা জিনিসের উপর তুমি হরাইজন্টাল ফোর্স লাগাচ্ছ এরকম করে, এত দূর আসার পরে যদি তোমার ফোর্সের ডিরেকশন চেঞ্জ না হয়, সো ক্যান ইউ সে দ্যাট হিয়ার ইউ উইল ফাইন্ড দ্য ম্যাক্সিমাম ভেলোসিটি, or you will find the maximum velocity again here, because the direction of the forces remains the same. Similarly, from this upward journey, the direction of the force was the same as that of the downward journey. So will the velocity keep on increasing from this upward and downward both the motions? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is why I say that when it will come at the lowest point, the velocity will be maximum.
Sir,
हाँ,
So
बोलो।
please repeat for the last what you said for the downward motion.
I've said that if it's upward motion, also it is providing normal reaction from left to right. Downward motion also it is providing normal reaction from left to right. So in both the cases, the velocity of the wedge has to increase.
Yes, sir.
So we can also calculate maximum velocity by another method. So we can say that the potential energy which was stored in the body while it was at an angle theta is converted into kinetic energy, and then we can find
That will be a lengthy
that
calculation.
value.
That will be a lengthy calculation. Right, but we have already calculated theta. You want to calculate the v prime in terms of theta, and then you have to you want to differentiate it.
No, sir.
Then
I am saying that the potential energy which was stored in the body while it was inclined at theta degree from vertical is converted into kinetic energy in the final situation. So we can
Potential,
directly find
no.
the maximum velocity.
when it was inclined at angle theta, the system had not only potential energy but also kinetic energy was there in the system.
Yes, sir. The potential. So
Potential plus kinetic energy is converted into the
so the
total
potential energy which was there is now converted into kinetic energy.
Not only the potential energy is converted into kinetic energy, potential plus kinetic energy is converted into the kinetic energy.
Yes, sir. So we can find the change in the kinetic energy, and then we can add simply and then get the maximum V.
But when you will add the potential energy plus kinetic energy of the system here, you will find the same value mgr, because it is a constant,
Oh.
right? So you don't have to calculate it at every angle.
Sir?
Hmm.
So when the block was at the initial horizontal position, its velocity was root 2 gr.
Yes.
So when it will go to the highest point and then return back, why its velocity is changing?
Because when it was root 2 gr initially only it was moving, but when it has come back, the wedge is also moving with it. Yes or no? So now you
Yes,
cannot
sir.
only
So sir,
conserve.
this velocity is with respect to ground frame.
Yes, all the velocities are with respect to ground, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So look, one question we can learn so many things. A similar type of question: a small block of mass m is projected with horizontal velocity v over the smooth surface of a wedge of mass capital M. The wedge has a quarter circular track as shown. Find the maximum height reached by the block, find the speed of the wedge when the block leaves it, and find the maximum speed of the wedge attained in this process. Now try to do it by yourself. Have you done the first one?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
First
sir.
part done.
Alright.
Yes, sir.
Look, the first question, the question says that
Sir, is it coming v square by 2 into 1 plus m by m into g?
let me check just one second. The initial situation is this one. Now, when the particle reaches at the top of this wedge, right, let us assume that velocity is in such a way that it will overshoot that wedge, the maximum height of the wedge. So when it will reach at the top of the wedge, at this instant, can I say that both of the wedge and the block will have the same horizontal velocity?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, this block will never be in the contact of the wedge. And in addition with that, the block will have a vertical velocity also with respect to ground, if I see. Yes or no? Can I write this situation? So just after that,
Yes.
when the block will leave the wedge, what will be the motion of the block now?
It's a parabolic.
It will move in a projectile path like this. So at its maximum height, when the block reaches here, the maximum height, can you tell me what is the velocity of the block at this point?
It's a u.
Yes? Vx only?
So I want to UX only.
Yes. So Vx component will only be there. Now can you see that at the same time the wedge is also here, because after the block leaves the wedge, the wedge also moves with the same horizontal velocity constant. Yes or no? So if I assume this height to be h, what is the kinetic energy of the system and potential energy of the system at this instant? Can I just conserve energy between this point and this point? Can you tell me what is the total energy of the system at this final point? Is it half into small m plus capital M Vx square plus mgh? Yes or no? What is the initial energy of the system? Is it only half mv square? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And can I equate this too? But what is Vx? This
So
is one
Vx
equation.
will come from conservation of linear momentum.
Yes. So conservation of energy will give you one equation. Half mv square equal to half m plus m Vx square plus mgh, and conservation of linear momentum will give you Vx What is Vx? M plus M Vx equal to Mv. Can I write this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So I can say M plus M square Vx square is equal to M square V square. I'll put the value here. So my answer will be M V square is equal to 1 by M plus M into M square V square. So that is M square V square plus mgh. What is the value of h? M you can cancel out. So
V square capital M by 2G into small m plus capital M.
yes,
So that should be 2 mgh.
2 mgh. So v square by 2g into 1 minus m by m plus m. Right, so it is capital M v
Yes.
square by 2g into small m plus capital M. Have you got this one as your answer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that is the maximum height reached by the block. What is the speed of the wedge when the block leaves it? Can you tell me what is the speed of the wedge when the block leaves it? Is it Vx?
Yes, sir.
Second answer is Vx. Vx is equal to mv by m plus m. Can you tell me the third answer? What is the answer for the third question? Find the maximum speed of the wedge attained in this process.
Sir, what should be the same?
Yes? Bolo ki hobe? Third question answer.
2Vx.
2Vx.
So 2
fine?
Vx.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. 2V.
Because look, when it will come down, the block will again land.
The pushing the.
Yes. The block will again land on the same wedge, yes or no? Now it will come down of the wedge. So as it is coming down of the wedge, it
Same
will again
solution.
push the wedge in the same direction as it was pushing the wedge when it was going up. So the final maximum velocity of the wedge will be how much? Twice the velocity Vx. So that will be 2 mv by m plus m.
Sir, but in this question, how can we say that the block will leave the wedge?
That I have
Shoot out
said
of the
that we have assumed it sufficient velocity, but even if the block does not leave the wedge, entire calculations are correct. Right? Look,
So
what,
even then it will return
Yeah.
back and thus the
yes,
velocity
even then it will
also-
return back and
So-
you will find the same answer. Yes.
Sir, how do we know that the small block M will overshoot the wedge?
That even if it does not overshoot, all the answer of these questions will remain the same. It does not matter, because if it does not
Okay.
overshoot, then also at maximum height its relative velocity with respect to this will be 0. Vertical velocity will be 0, yes or no, at maximum height. Then also you will find the same equations.
So even then the question also indicates that the block leaves, because it is in the second question it is asked to find the speed of the wedge when
Yes,
the block
the
leaves.
second question it is asking
So
the
when the block leaves the wedge, are we assuming that the vertical velocity is 0?
when it leaves the block, when the block leaves the wedge, the vertical velocity is not 0. Why it will be 0 here? Then it will not go up.
Yes, so So why we for the second question, why we only taking the horizontal velocity?
Because I have to find the velocity of the wedge, speed of the wedge. Wedge does not have any vertical component.
Can you please once more explain why the maximum velocity is 2vx?
Because as it is going upward, it is exerting a force n for a time t, and the similar type of force for the same time it will give for its downward journey. Right? Remember that integral of n dt, integral of f is equal to change in linear momentum, yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Because
sir.
f equal to dp dt.
Newton's
So if you
second law.
integrate it, you will find that integral of f dt is equal to delta p. Right? Change in
Newton's second
momentum
law.
is nothing but the area under ft graph. Yes or no?
Yes,
So if
sir.
the linear momentum of the wedge is changed from 0 to mvx by this ndt, when it will come down, it will produce the same ndt force, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So again the integration will be delta p. So now its momentum will be again changed by mvx. So initially it was mvx, but again it will, if you change it plus mvx, so now it will be twice mvx. Right? So the velocity will be double as the mass is not changed.
স্যার
Bolo.
স্যার এটা কি ম্যান্ডেটরি যে ব্লকটা একদম এজেই মানে এজেই হিট করবে যখন
যেখান থেকে ও
মানে
লিফট
যখন-
করেছে সেখানে হিট করবে,
হ্যাঁ কেন করবে ওটা?
বিকজ এতে হরাইজন্টাল কম্পোনেন্ট তো সমান,
ও হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে।
সবসময় এও ভিএক্স নিয়ে যাচ্ছে, ও ভিএক্স নিয়ে যাচ্ছে। ঠিক আছে, এই কোয়েশ্চেনটা ক্লিয়ার সবার? I will leave this question for your homework, right? It's also a good question. It says a ring of mass 2m can slide freely over a smooth horizontal rod. The ring is connected with a small ball of mass m with a string of length L. Initially, the string is in horizontal position. Find the displacement of the ring when the string makes theta with the horizontal. Also find the speed of the ball at this instant and find the tension of the string at that instant. Okay, try all of the questions to calculate by one, right? That is why I will give you this as a homework. Calculation intensive question, but you can do it. Okay, let's try this question, right? A good question again. A disk of mass 2 kg is connected with two identical disks, each of mass 1 kg, with the help of two light inextensible threads, each of length half meter. Initially, the system rests on a frictionless horizontal floor with centers of the disks on a straight line and the threads straight. Now the middle disk is projected with a velocity 2 meter per second perpendicular to the threads. Find the tension force in the thread when the end disks are about to collide. Look, I have drawn the final condition just before the balls collide. Will the situation look like this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
At this instant, if I say that the middle ball will have a velocity upward v.
So the middle ball is very good.
Yes, I have drawn it so that I can draw them parallel. And let us, can you tell me what will be the velocity of that this two end balls?
So there will also be V.
They will also move in the same direction with v. Why? Because of the constant relation, right? this string is taught here. So this velocity v, so that part will also be v. But in addition to that v, they will also have a horizontal component
Yes, sir.
ux or vx. Yes or no? Can I conserve linear momentum in this situation? Can you tell me what is the equation for conservation of linear momentum? Can you tell me what is the equation for conservation of linear momentum? In which direction I can conserve the linear momentum of the system?
Horizontal.
Yes?
So in all directions.
In any direction, yes. In any direction I can conserve it because the no net force is there on the system. If I conserve it along vertical direction, what can I write?
So,
Yes?
conserving along horizontal direction will not be useful.
Yes, because
I
they
think
will
they
get cancelled
will
out
also
only.
cancel out.
Yes. But along vertical direction, what will be the momentum conservation?
So NE equals capital N equals to capital NV plus 2 small mv.
Yes. So from there, can I directly find V? Is m into u divided by m plus 2m? 1 meter per
So
second?
what is that u? What u is the final velocity or initial velocity?
U is given initial velocity. This initial velocity is u.
And so that is the final velocity that you have taken.
V is the final velocity at this point. Final means just before hitting. Yes or no? Can I find what is ux? Now can you tell me any method to calculate ux? How to calculate ux? Can anyone tell me? V is known. We have calculated V by linear momentum. How can I calculate
Can you
ux?
use constant?
By
So
use?
is the value of ux2?
No. How do I calculate it? Is there any way out?
Can we use constant here?
Constant? No, constant again is not useful. Along the string, ux will not have any component.
So then first we can calculate the velocity of the center of mass.
Velocity of the center of mass, again the same thing. These two will get cancelled out.
So we can use circular motion concept.
Circular motion concept.
So d theta by dt we can get.
D theta by dt. How we know d theta by dt?
So by assuming the angle theta to be the angle between the string and horizontal, we can
No,
get.
again it will not be useful.
Earth is moving in a circle. Means even a
No,
part of
it's
a
not
circle.
moving in circle. Are the particles moving in a circle?
So like a parabolic path, but
So
not
with respect to the mass, they will move in a circle.
Yes, with respect to big M, they are moving with circle. But how do I find ux? Very simple. Always you need to. We are doing the same thing. Conservation of energy. Every time you are only doing these two conservation principles together. What is the initial energy? Half mu square. What is the final energy here? Half m plus 2m, half mv square plus half into 2m v square plus ux square. Can I write this equation? Check if you have got this equation, yes or no. Conservation of energy, can I write it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I know mu square, I know mv square. Only thing I do not know is ux square. Can you calculate ux from here? M is 2, u is 2. M is 2, v is 1. M is 1, v is 1 is equal to 2m into ux square. 2 to 4, 8. So ux equal to root 2. Have we got it?
Yes.
Yes. Now how do I calculate the value of tension? Can you see that the balls are moving in circular path with respect to the disc? Yes or no? So if I sit on the point P, can I see that the ball is moving in a circular path?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me with respect to P, if I draw the free body diagram of that small disc or ball, what forces I will show? With respect to P, it is definitely moving in a circle. So what are the
Sir,
different forces?
tension, weight, and centrifugal force.
Should I show weight because it is in a horizontal plane?
Okay. Oh, it is horizon. Then centrifugal force. Centrifugal.
Centrifugal force is how much?
mv square by r, mux square by r.
Mux square by r. Are you sure these are the only two forces? Or are you missing any other force? Can anyone tell me which force we are missing?
The pseudo force will be there.
Yes, sir, pseudo.
Why pseudo force?
Sir, normal from the table.
That is not useful. Normal will balance mg. From the table, normal and mg will get balanced. I'm looking the top view here. What is the value of that pseudo force someone was talking about? And why the pseudo force is there? Look, P point is still accelerating. P point itself is accelerating, yes or no? If you look to the free body diagram of that bigger disk, what are the forces acting on the bigger disk? So what is the acceleration of this point P? Can I say it is 2t by capital M? Yes or no? So now if I am sitting on the point P, then there will be another pseudo force which is small m into AP. Small m by capital M into 2t. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right, so whenever you are changing your reference frame, be cautious that it is an inertial or non-inertial reference frame. Right, I am drawing the free body with respect to P, and if you do not check whether P is itself accelerating or not, you will get wrong answer. Now it is easy. So I can say m by m into 2t plus t is equal to mu x square by r. Put the values. M is 1, capital M is 2 into 2t plus t is equal to m is 1 by r is half into ux square is 2. From there you will find t is equal to
2 Newton.
2 Newton. That is the answer of this question.